Hello and welcome to VIGNAN CS CSEET video classes. So at VIGNAN CS, we are bringing to you the CSEET video classes which will make you excel in the CSEET exams. If you want to be a company secretary, you have to first go through the CSEET course. That is the Company Secretary Executive Entrance Test. You may be wondering, this was not there before. Yes. The CSEET is one revolutionary step taken by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. As you all know, if you want to be a company secretary, you should be a member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Now, what ICSI has done is to make sure that this course is revolutionary, they have put it on par with other exams like for science students. See, for science students, they have IIT, JEE, they have NEET, that is NEET exam for medical students. Same way, they wanted to put CS on the same level and they introduced CSEET, that is Company Secretary Executive Entrance Test. So when we have an entrance test, the first thing we need to understand is that everybody who wants to be a company secretary from now has to come through this course, which is the Executive Entrance Test. They have to pass this test. So you may be a student who has finished plus 12 or inter, depending on what you call it in your state, or you could be a student who completed degree like BCom or BBA or BBM or any other degree, even it could be a science degree or arts degree, anyone can enter. Or you may have also completed MCom or MBA. No matter what you have completed, you have to take the Company Secretary Executive Entrance Test. Even if you completed CA Foundation or CA Inter, still you have to come through the Company Secretary Executive Entrance Test if you want to be a company secretary. Even if you are an LLB student, you have to take CSEET. So what is the message we are getting? This is an entrance test to test your basics, and once you enter this, you are coming into the executive course. See, the name itself says Company Secretary Executive Entrance Test. For you to enter executive level, you are having CS Executive Entrance Test, and that is the CSEET. So now that you know that what is the revolutionary step ICSI has taken, little bit you should know why they took this step. Because the demand for company secretaries is at the all-time high. Do you know that there are more than 15 to 16 lakh companies in India? Yes, but less than active 30,000 company secretaries. See, on paper, there are about 60 to 65,000 company secretaries. But in that, the people who are really active working in companies or practicing as a company secretary, for instance, I'm a practicing company secretary. The people who are in practice or in employment are less than 30,000. And there are more than 16 lakh companies. And companies are not the only place where we need company secretaries. You need company secretary for businesses, NGOs, charitable institutions, even partnership firms, directors. Everybody needs the advice of a company secretary. That is why ICSI said that let us make this wonderful exam CSEET and increase the standard and make sure the demand of the company secretaries is met. So here what happens is that you have broadly 4 papers. You have 4 papers in this CS Executive Entrance Test. So what are these 4 papers? They concentrate on making sure your basics are perfect. These 4 papers make sure that your basics are perfect. And what are these 4 papers? Paper 1 is business communication, that is English and business communication. Paper 2 is legal aptitude and logical reasoning, that is 25 marks each. Then we have our business environment and economics. So you have economics and business environment, that is the 3rd paper. And the 4th paper, you are having current affairs. Yes, first time they introduced current affairs, and along with that you have Viva Voce. Viva Voce is your listening skill, speaking skill and oral skills. So these are what we understand as Viva Voce. So all these 4 papers, each paper is 50 marks. And in some papers like legal aptitude, it is 25 marks. Logical reasoning is another 25 marks. Current affairs is 20 marks. Viva Voce is 30 marks. So these are the 4 papers which you will be having. Of course, I'll tell you specifically about each paper when we start each subject. You can watch those videos. But before that, you should know, as I was telling you, the demand for company secretaries. Demand is very high, and this is the right time you took the course. And through these online video classes, we will try that not only you will be able to pass the exam, that you'll definitely able to pass the exam once you take our video classes, and also you can get a rank if you do exactly what we tell you. Because students who have done what we have told them through these video classes, they have already secured the rank. That is why make sure that you will do very well in this exam. So we have CS foundation students, CS executive students through the video classes who already took rank. Now it is your chance from CSEET to take the rank. And in the video classes, you have the flexibility to watch the classes multiple times. See, if you go to a physical classroom, of course there are many advantages, but you can't ask the teacher to repeat, or you miss the class. You don't have flexibility. So in online video classes, flexibility is your biggest advantage, and you can watch the videos multiple times. Make sure you become expert in that subject and excel in CSEET exams. Now that you know that why ICSI introduced CSEET, now you also know there are 4 papers of 50 marks each. You should know about exam pattern. Exam pattern is computer-based test. Computer-based test. So in this computer-based test, what will happen is you will have 120 minutes. You will think, what sir, only 120 minutes for 4 papers. But please remember, all these questions are multiple choice questions. So for 200 marks, you have about 170 questions. So in this 170 questions, which is basically 1 mark 1 question, the rest 30 marks is Vijayawada. Vijayawada you will be having, and that is where you will be able to listen and give the answers. So in Vijayawada, there will be no human being. So on the computer itself, there will be some questions and you have to answer in the microphone. And right now, only for the first batch, the exam is from home, but all CSEET exams will be in a designated center by ICSI. So whichever city you are, the closest center, you will be informed by ICSI. You should go to that computer center and then sit for this 120 minutes exam. And for multiple choice question, 120 minutes is a good amount of time. Because when you studied well, you really need less than 10 to 20 seconds for every question. When you don't know the answer, that is the problem. But since you're attending the video classes which we are giving, you will definitely do well in the exam, and 120 minutes will be more than enough for you. And since it is computer-based exam, you don't even have to sit and mark every correct answer. You just have to click the correct answer. And it is a computer, you cannot take it in mobile. And since you can click the correct answer, you will not take so much time. So 120 minutes is a very good amount of time for this test. So it is computer-based test and it will be testing your basics. So now that you know that how this exam will be there, what are they basically testing? Very, very simple. They are testing only your fundamental concepts. That's all. Really, they are not testing anything else. They are only testing your fundamental concepts. If your fundamental concepts are good, you will be able to not only pass the exam, you are also going to get a rank. I can assure you that. You just have to stick with us, do the regular study, have the discipline. How you will get up morning 6 o'clock and go to a physical coaching class. You think, yes, I have to watch this online video classes. You may be watching in mobile, you may be watching in laptop or desktop, any place. But make sure you have the discipline and keep a timetable for yourself. Whatever it is, it may be morning 6 o'clock I will study, or morning 10 o'clock I will study, or every day evening 4 to 7 I will study. That is your wish. But you attend the video classes also in the same discipline. When you attend the video classes in the same discipline, you will get the same experience of the physical classes. You will get the same experience of the physical face-to-face classes. That time, your excellence will be shown in the exam. So what I would highly recommend is keep a timetable, not only to watch the classes, yes, and watch the classes with a table and a simple chair. You don't have to buy some great furniture. Have a simple furniture, but don't sleep and now you're watching YouTube or movies. That is not what we expect. You should attend just like a class. Get ready, sit for the class. That time, your results will start showing within 1 week. Within 1 week, you'll get serious and you'll get the same experience of a physical classroom training. So that is what I would encourage you. Now that you understood what is CSEET, what are the 4 subjects, how you should attend the classes, I would like to end this video by telling you that the scope for company secretary course is sky is the limit. Sky is the limit for company secretary course. Before, everybody used to tell there is more scope for lawyer, there is more scope for chartered accountant, but there is lesser scope for company secretary. That was partly true even when I took the course. But today, the world has completely changed. Company secretary means corporate lawyer. Company secretary means corporate lawyer. You are an expert of corporate law. It could be company law, security laws, economic laws, or intellectual property laws, labor laws, all the laws you are expert. You can even go to court, that is National Company Law Tribunal, Securities Appellate Tribunal. You can become an independent director on the board of a company. You can advise international transaction, cross-border insolvency, merger, demerger, amalgamation. Sky is the limit. And I can tell you as a practicing company secretary, I am not just teaching. Along with teaching, I'm a practicing company secretary. So from my experience of practice, I can tell you that there is more work than what we can actually deliver. So it all boils down to how hungry are you? How hungry are you to be a company secretary and excel in this wonderful profession? And everybody will pass company secretary, but how will you become successful? It is your attitude. And we, in this video classes, are going to help you build that attitude and also pass the exam. That way, sky is the limit and you're getting more scope than all the other professions. Let me not take the name. As I already told you, even compared to master degree or MBA, whatever it is, there is higher scope because, as I told you in the beginning, demand is high and supply is less. So this is the time, especially in a country like India where there is a lot of competition everywhere, you have chosen the right course and you have chosen the right video classes. That I can tell you. You have to make sure that you prepare well and do well. And we are always there to help you. So thank you very much and hope that you will really prepare well for the exam. So what I would invite you is watch every video of every class which is there. Also, for every subject, I have given you an introduction about what is that subject, how much you should study, and what is the approach you should have. So with that, I will end this video and welcome to the video classes and make sure that you do very well in the exams.